Three ways to overcome sorrow. This is Help Hawk from Help Hawk Healing, where we're honoring human hearts. Today we're going over three ways to overcome sorrow. Now, if you remember from my first video, I talked about saying I'm sorry. And that really is a very important situation because the mind does learn by repetition. So saying excuse me, apologizing, forgive me, in place of saying I'm sorry all the time. That's a very important thing. Quit telling yourself and everyone else how sorry you are, especially yourself. If no one's died or no one's been physically harmed, then what are you sorry for? I apologize. I seek forgiveness. Okay, that's an important thing. Let's eliminate that. Love yourself enough to not have sorrow, not carry it with you. There's enough sorrow in the world. So let's eliminate that one. The next one you can do is, and this one's a very good thing in my journey, sitting quiet was hard unless I was sitting and working with my guitar or writing. But the main thing is just sit down and feel it. Feel it till it no longer needs to be felt. Feel it till it no longer wants to be felt. And this may take a while. Okay, so think about this. And this goes for any feeling at all, but especially fear and sadness and sorrow, all those lower vibrational feelings. When the cheetah chases the gazelle, and the cheetah finally gets tired, and the gazelle walks over to the bushes, it quivers and it shakes and it urinates and it defecates, and its nervous system comes back to what we call homeostasis. Okay. Then it goes back to eating. And just being a gazelle. It's just gazelling because it can. That's all it does. It lets it go immediately. We humans are, to our knowledge, the only beings on this planet that hold on to sorrow. Now, that's not talking about the dogs or cats or animals that have been trained and entrained with viciousness or fears or things like that, because that's how they're trained. They don't have cognitive reasoning. We do. And we will carry like it's some golden little nugget. Mommy did, or daddy did, or whoever did. And yes, there's been some horrible things. I myself was raped when I was 4. Okay? Coerced into sexual activity. We'll go into that in another video. But the fact of the matter is, I could be carrying that around with me and saying, look at this. I was raped, I was raped, I was raped. Or I can just let it go. It happened. It was something that happened. It's done. It's gone. I cannot change the past, but I can change my relationship with it. So be the gazelle. Shake it off. Let it go. Feel the feeling till it no longer be felt. So if you need to, hold a little baby in your arms. That's you. And love that little baby enough to let it cry until it doesn't need to cry anymore. Another thing that has worked for me, I don't do it as much as many people do, is journaling. Just sit down and write until your hand is blue. And if you can write with the other hand, which I've worked to train myself to do, and I only journal with this hand now, attaching to the right creative side and letting the feelings come out, just write it out. It doesn't make any difference what goes on the paper. And the great thing about it is, about that writing, maybe you spend 10 days writing and writing and writing and writing and writing, and you finally get to the point where there's nothing left to write, and you're no longer writing, you're rambling. Take it outside and burn it. Take it outside and burn it. As the Indians would say, give it to wind. Burn it and watch those ashes blow away. Watch that smoke blow away. Watch all those feelings just blow away. My bonus tip goes back to simply sitting and feeling it. Listen to sad music. Watch a sad movie. cry it out until there are no more tears. Science has proven that when we have tears from the left eye, it has to do with sadness or anger, and from the right side, it has to do with joy and bliss. And that the two types of tears, actually there are several different types of tears, have a different chemical content based upon the emotion that is being expressed through them. This is incredible. That means that our body's chemistry, based on those emotions, is being released right here. So when this eye starts, let it go. Cry like a baby in the fetal position if you have to. I don't care if you're a man. Be a real man and feel your real feelings. I'm a real man. I am a real man. I trained for a long time in my life about how to harm human beings. Participated in martial arts and a combat sport. I know what a real man is. And it ain't this, I stand up to pee, my woman does this, and I don't feel nothing, I don't cry. A real man don't cry. A real man does cry. A real man feels his feelings till they no longer need to be felt. Now maybe he goes off into another room or another place and does it alone. Hey, that's cool. Maybe he doesn't talk about it to his friends or his lover or whoever. Hey, that's fine. But at least feel those feelings and cry it out until there's no crying left to be done. And as a very special double bonus tip, talk vocally to the feelings. It helps to envision like you're holding a baby and its heart is broken and you want to heal that broken heart. And just talk to it. I know this is what you're feeling. Express that child's feelings for it because it can't speak them himself or herself. Speak those feelings out. Yes, I know your heart's broken. This thing happened, and I know there's nothing you can do to change it. And I know that these are the feelings you're having. Let me feel them. Let me have them. Give them to me. And then eventually, once that child is through, bring that child into your heart. So that broken-hearted child that lives in your heart now is a whole-hearted child that lives in your whole heart. This is Helpful Hawk Healing, where we're honoring human hearts. Thank you, and namaskar.